back to Love the Hunt. Going to show the bolt carrier group all broke down. I've got the bolt out, the extractor pin. I got the firing pin out, obviously, the firing pin cam bolt, and the retainer for the firing pin. I've done a bunch of cleaning on it. There was a lot of carbon buildup here around the head of this. It's real important when you put it back together after you're done is to make sure your spaces in your rings are separated. They're not stacked right on top of one another. I could probably go around a little bit more on this one. Just kind of get a hold of it and adjust it to where you got some space between them. They're not lined up, I guess, to where the gas pressure don't get by. But we've taken out the extractor and checked the little spring back here. Got that all cleaned up. Going to reassemble now. So put this back together. Bring it up here where y'all can see it. If I can get it to go in the hole. There we go. Now be careful and get your spring set down in there. And the pin pushed in place. And there it goes. Alright, we'll center that. You can see I centered it there. And it looks like it's back in and functioning like it should. Alright, now we're going to go on, reassemble the bolt, get these cleaning supplies out of the way. Got the bolt carrier here. We've cleaned down inside thoroughly. There was a bunch of carbon buildup down inside of there. I just went over it every which way that we could and make darn sure those bolts are tight and this does not move. That'll be a failure for sure. Okay, let's see. Put the bolt up in there. The extractor is supposed to face to the right, I believe. So we'll get it up in there and seated. See if we can get the firing pin. Let's see, we got to drop that down in. Right down in there. Get a hold of it. Down in the hole. Alright, now the cam pin. Nope, firing pin's got to be back out of the way, silly. Cam pin in there. If I got it the right direction, it should go. If I turn that. Alright, now it's down in there. We'll drop the firing pin now. Well, I done turned it. It's got to be sideways to go through there. There we go. Now it's up in place. We're going to put the firing pin retainer in there. It's all the way seated in place. Okay, and real important to make sure the damn thing don't fall out on you. Work it a few times. Alright, we got that all back. Let's see, no missing parts. That's good news. We'll put a little bit of oil on here. I used the ballistol to clean it up with. And I'm just going to use regular kind of a heavyweight gun oil here on the rails, where it wears probably the most. A little bit around here, kind of down inside here where the bolt is. Take a rag and run over that. Don't want it standing with oil, just a nice coat on it. Kind of want to run them wet, is what I've heard. But if you get it too wet, in my opinion, it just collects more dust, debris, and powder. You definitely want it to be oiled. Right up here in the rails and around the bolt. Trying out this new GoPro camera. I hope that it's showing the right angles, and I need to probably be holding myself still a little bit more than I normally do. Okay, that seems to be working. Alright, let's get that reassembled in here. Let's take your charging handle, and there's two little notches right here on either side. There's notches down on the weapon, kind of hard to see, but they're right there. And they will come in there and fall in place. And then you can take your bolt carrier group and set it up in there. And with any luck at all, they'll go in and lock in place. That's latched. And looks like we're good to go. We'll close the dust cover on it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Sorry I'm kind of new to this. I'm far from an expert, as you can see, but I am learning each and every time I take it apart and put it back together. Make sure you get it good and cleaned, and check it for any cracks in the firing pin or abnormal wear on anything. That way you won't have a failure. We'll talk to you later.